Hey guys, Savannah Bell here with My Massage World, and today I want to talk to you about how to create a sustainable work-life balance. So, as a business owner, it can be really hard to kind of shut down the work part of your brain so that you're not constantly going over stuff for your business. But that time off is also really crucial to staying fired up about your work and de-stressing and avoiding burnout and just staying sane. Now, you may find that at the end of your workday, your mind is still, kind of keeps going back to business matters. A little bit of that is okay and understandable, but it's when it really starts to interfere with your sleep and your mood. Maybe you find yourself constantly checking email or answering phone calls, even during what's supposed to be family time. Whatever it is, if you feel like you just can't shut off work mode, you really need to take a step back and figure out a plan to make it happen. If not, burnout can be right around the corner, and that is never a fun thing. I myself am a bit of a workaholic, or at least I can be. I'm extremely passionate about what I do, and I will spend every waking hour on it if I don't set boundaries for myself. I can spend 8 hours working on these videos, or creating new content for members, or writing a CE class, or whatever, and still be so pumped about it all, I could keep going for another 8 hours. Or if there's a big problem like a tech issue or a complaint, it can be really hard to shut that out of my mind, even when I've stepped away from work. That worry and frustration can keep rearing its ugly head long after I've gotten home and tried to settle down. Now, if you're dealing with this same sort of struggle, listen up. Here's 7 ways to turn off work mode and create a real sustainable work-life balance. These have helped me immensely, and I really hope that it helps you too. Number 1, create a ritual that signals the end of your workday. At the end of your workday, come up with some way, whether it's just a 5-minute thing or a full 30 minutes, find something that lets you breathe and calm down and get your mind totally off of work and settle into your time off. For me, instead of listening to yet another podcast that keeps me in business mode as I clean up my office and drive home, I will blast some really loud music, usually some 80s hair bands, to completely remove me from that calm massage mode. I'll sing and dance around as I clean up and pack things to go home, as long as no one else is around, of course, because I do not want to inflict that on anyone. And while this can seem silly, our brains love rituals. Our habits are created and performed based on rituals and triggers that happen throughout our day. So, for example, think about how you get ready for work. It's probably the exact same routine every time, right? You've developed a habit and a ritual to this, so your brain instantly knows that these are all the steps you're about to go through for the next 30 minutes, an hour, whatever. You zone out and your body just goes through the motions. It can also trigger expectations for what's to come after that ritual is over. So if you usually go straight to work after this normal sequence of getting ready, it can feel really weird to stop and do anything else right before that. Okay, so maybe you stop at the grocery store on your way to work instead of on your way home. It can feel weird because that's not your habit. In fact, if you're running on autopilot, you'll probably forget that you need to do that altogether. So find something that works for you. It may be blasting some loud music and singing at the top of your lungs. It may be meditating in some peace and quiet. It may be reading a good non-work related book for 20 minutes. Whatever it is, create a ritual that works for you. The first few times that you do this, you're going to really have to focus on not letting work creep back to take over your mind after this. So let yourself enjoy the time off and bask in it. Do stuff you absolutely adore so that your mind creates the connection. You worked, you did this ritual, then it's all time off and fun stuff after that. Number 2, keep work talk for the first 30 minutes when you get home. It's normal when you get home, especially if you live with someone or if you call somebody regularly when you get off of work, to kind of go over your day and how things went, the good, the bad, and the ugly. This can help you to decompress and compartmentalize the things that went on and generally just kind of get stuff off your chest. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you can keep that conversation to no more than 30 minutes or so, you're going to stop yourself from focusing on work stuff all night and going back to it constantly. So make a commitment to yourself. No more than 30 minutes of work talk, whether it's positive or negative, doesn't matter. Just limit your mind's focus so your brain can clear it out and then turn to focus on other things. Number 3, turn off your phone. Calls, email notifications, social media notifications, they bombard us, right? It can be easy to take just one more call or send just one more text or check your email just one more time, but it's easy to keep doing that over and over, so you're never able to really get away. One of the biggest culprits, even if you're pretty good about not taking calls or checking emails after work, is social media. If you're a member of any massage groups on Facebook or you follow any other therapists and massage related businesses, you probably see a ton of stuff in your newsfeed centered around massage. And while that can be great for getting ideas and learning stuff, it can also keep you in that work mode when you're supposed to be off. I've had to set myself a limit, and I'm sure I miss a ton on social media, but am I really missing anything? No. So what I do is I limit myself to 15 minutes in the morning to look at all my group notifications and anything on social media that's work related. So I check pages that I follow for business purposes, read through messages on my business page, that sort of stuff. Then I give myself another 15 to 20 minutes in the afternoon or the evening whenever my energy's low and I just kind of need to space out and zone out on something for a bit. And I hop back on Facebook and, I first check up on the people that I'm most interested in. So close friends and family to see kind of what they're up to. And if I've got time, I'll scroll through random stuff, but I set myself a time limit. This keeps me from constantly being bombarded with massage, 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 because every time I see something about it, it starts this vicious cycle of work-related stuff in my head. Number 4, learn to say no. A client wants you to stay late and work beyond your normal hours? No. Does that email really have to be answered right this minute? No. It can wait till the morning. Saying no is one of the most positive things that you can do for yourself. If you're never saying no and you're letting your own boundaries slip and you're agreeing to do all sorts of things that keep you in work mode long after you should be done, you're supposed to be off, you're doing yourself and your business a huge, huge, huge disservice. So just say no. Yes, you might disappoint some people, but if anybody is truly angry about the fact that you have business hours like any other business, you really want them for a client? Probably not. Number 5, find a hobby. It may seem simple, but really, there are so many entrepreneurs that eat, breathe, and sleep their work that they don't really have anything outside of it that brings them a sense of contentment. Whether it's reading, painting, hiking, traveling, whatever. Find something that you enjoy and do it regularly. Put it into your schedule like you would any other appointment. One thing I love to do is to sit and work on puzzles. It may be boring to a lot of people, like my husband, but I absolutely love it. It brings back really fond memories of me and my Nanny Belle sitting at her kitchen table doing puzzles all the time when I was a kid. Right now I have a 2,000-piece puzzle taking up most of my dining room table, and I legitimately have it in my schedule every day to give myself 20 minutes to work on it. It helps me zone out, let my thoughts wander, and just be for a little while. So find whatever it is that does that for you and keep at it. Number 6, brain dump. This concept has been around for ages. The idea that for every thought of, oh, I have to do this, or this didn't get done, or don't forget to blah, 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 just write it down. Get it all out of your head and dump it on a piece of paper. I have space in my day planner for this very thing, so I can write random thoughts down through the day. But I also keep it next to my bed so that when I'm trying to go to sleep and I inevitably remember something I need to do or something I need to pick up, I can just write it down and let it go. I don't have to sit there and keep thinking about it because I know in the morning I'm going to wake up, check over my brain dump, and start putting those things into my calendar to get done. It's a way to let your mind really clear out, letting you completely step away from work, letting you sleep better, letting you enjoy your family time more, and just letting go. Number 7, play hooky every once in a while. Now, I'm not saying you should cancel on your clients just because, but if you've got a day or even just a couple hours where you don't have anybody scheduled, take it to do something fun, something relaxing. Just get out of work and do something else. Yes, even in the middle of your usual work day. So maybe you do this just once a month or once every couple of months, but do it. When I was a kid, I remember my mom would come to school in the morning, maybe once or twice a year. Not really sure, it was a long time ago. And she would tell them that we had some sort of family thing that she needed to pull me out for the day. And when we'd get out to her car, she'd inform me that we were, in fact, going to go watch a movie or go shopping or get lunch or get ice cream or whatever. We got to play hooky. Now, there's nothing quite like the feeling of knowing that you should be working, and yet you're sitting in a movie theater in the middle of the afternoon, gorging yourself on popcorn. Pretty nice. So even for workaholics, maybe especially for workaholics, this sort of occasional time away to do something fun in the middle of a workday can do wonders on clearing your head and making you remember that life isn't all about work. Remember, You opened your business to be your own boss and to help people in a way that works for you and your lifestyle. So why would you compromise your lifestyle for work? You can and should have both a business that you enjoy and a life that you love. So work when you need to and live when you want to. When you can enjoy your time off, your work is so much more productive, and that passion that you started with is reignited beyond belief. Thank you so much for watching today, and if you have a question that you want answered or a subject that you want covered, let me know and I will make a video for you. As always, check us out at mymassageworld.com, like us on Facebook, subscribe to us on YouTube, and stay tuned for more videos.